This morning we tried to tackle health and safety issues, drug testing, training staffs, things like that, and we had good discussions. We have agreements on some things, and it was a good morning.
So this thing's more procedural as opposed to actual negotiating on these kind of terms?
No, health and safety is something that we've had a lot of player involvement. It's extremely important to the players, obviously, and we've had good discussions on this all along, and this was a good topic to take up as soon as we got back to the table.
Mathieu, you just said that there's some agreement on a couple of things. It's not formal agreement, I'm pretty sure, at this time, but what can you tell us?
Yeah, well, we like to say there's nothing's agreed to until everything's agreed to, but we've certainly made some headway. A lot of it was done previous to this morning, and we're taking notes of where we stand. But without saying an awful lot about the specifics, I would say that we have a lot of mutual ground that we found agreement on, and looking forward to some more talks this afternoon.
Are you going to talk about during this week anything about the Olympics, the possibility that the NHL players will go back to the Olympics?
No, I don't think that's something we're going to discuss today.
With the 3-day schedule, do you see any chance that we're getting into any more of the heavier stuff as opposed to these issues that are the unusual ones?
That's hard to answer right now.
Do you get a sense it's getting more positive, if you will? Like, fans are obviously looking for some positives anytime you guys are meeting, so they're wondering if we're getting any closer.
Well, I think in general, when you're dealing with collective bargaining, when you start to have agreements on smaller issues, it can lead to bigger issues, but still too early to say.
What will you discuss this afternoon?
We're going to go back to health and safety again. There's a lot more to cover, grievance arbitrations, things like that. So we got enough to cover a few days, without a doubt.
Was that what the whole 3 days is for? Is all the smaller issues?
Well, that's pretty much what we planned for. So we'll see where it takes us.
Do you expect Don to be in the meetings over the weekend?
I expect him to be in some of the meetings, not all of them, but again, we'll see what shape things take in the next day or so.
Is there a possibility that if you do, I guess, make more significant ground, that you could tackle some of the economic issues this weekend later?
You would absolutely hope so, that things progress and kind of catch fire, but right now we're just going to take it one step at a time and try to come to an agreement on as many issues as possible.
Is there any possibility you guys could come with a new position regarding HRR, kind of sideways through this process?
Well, anything's possible, I guess, but we're taking baby steps right now.
Is it hard to keep money out of it though, and when any of this is discussed, does a lot of it go back to the root?
No, I don't think so. Especially on these issues, it's, we're not really discussing anything that has to do with the core economics.
Has there been anything on these issues that are sticking points? Anything the league is saying they want to give on?
Well, I don't think anything's a sticking point when it comes to these issues. There have been a lot of healthy discussions. Sometimes when it comes to the absolute wording, what will end up in the CBA, there can be sticking points, but I think from a higher viewpoint, we have a lot of common area.
One health and safety issue that's dominating it all, would you say? Concussions,
Well,
whatever?
this morning in particular was the drug testing, and we've had a lot of good discussions on that.
Can you talk about drug testing and what's the position of the NHLPA national?
Well, I don't think we have an issue with drugs and performance-enhancing drugs in our sports. In our sport, I think we're looking at possibly expanding it a little bit to cover maybe the playoffs, maybe the off season. But other than that, I think we're in agreement that it's not an issue in our sport.
In other words, it's not an issue, so you're open to more testing and a more expansive
Yeah,
program?
I think it's in the players' best interest as well as the sport to close off any possible time during the year where players could use. And but again, we've had I think one positive in our sport, and I don't see it as a problem, and I don't think anyone sees it as a problem.
Is it significant you guys devoted 3 days to this? Like, I mean, does that matter? Is it important?
I'm sorry?
Is it important that you guys, that the two sides are here for 3 days?
You know, I think it says that both sides are committed to getting back to the table and working.